Hey, Dad.
Hi, babe. Look, I won't take you and Leo to school today. Maybe we'll go out somewhere.
Dad?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Ah, thanks, baby. Thanks, baby. It's from Gary.
Yeah. What does it say?
It says, happy birthday, Mick. You've been like a dad to me. Thanks. Gary.
Here you go, mate.
Okay. Cheers now.
Ta-da.
Hiya.
Hiya. You're early, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got a few things to do and there's no one in at home, so I may as well be here for the company.
All right, so where's your dad fella gone then?
I was in Mallorca on some golfing holiday with his mates.
All right, so you got to be a big girl, eh, and look after yourself.
Yeah. I've been at home on my own as well.
Well, listen, you could stay at mine if you liked.
Are you serious?
Yeah, well, why not?
Well, as long as it's separate bedrooms, you're on.
Well, if it's good enough for the Royals, it'll have to do for me, won't it?
Oh, thanks a lot. Hi. Hiya. Is Max around?
No, he's gone to some wine merchant or something.
No.
Why, what's up?
Well, I've got a job interview in half an hour. Mum was supposed to be looking after Alice, but she's got to run the florists on her own, and Thomas is on one of these blasted inset days.
Oh, well, looks like you're stuck then, eh?
Barry, I hate to ask you, but you couldn't help me out, could you, just for a couple of hours?
Well, 2 kids on my own.
Well, I don't mind giving a hand.
Really? How do you feel about that?
I suppose so, yeah.
Oh, I don't know how to thank you enough. That's brilliant. Listen, there's everything you need in there. There's nappies and baby food.
It's all right, you get off.
And listen, here, there's emergency numbers, a whole list of them, and house keys in case they need a change of clothes or extra food.
Just go, will you? We'll struggle on.
Yeah, well, you be a good girl, will you? Be a good girl for your Uncle Barry and Auntie. I'm going. Stay there.
Right, we might as well get these 2 back to ours then, eh? I tell you what, on the way home, we'll stop and get your stuff, you can move in.
Great, let's go then. Are you all right?
I feel sick.
Come on.
I suppose it's silly, me upstairs, you down here.
Yeah. Good contraceptive, though. I just wish that we could be together like this more often.
So do I. But it's the last thing Rachel needs at the moment, is sharing a bedroom. If we give her time, maybe she'll settle down.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I do, though. I worry about how much longer we'll be together.
Don't talk about that now.
Yeah, but we never talk about it. We've got to be realistic. I could get a really long sentence.
Be optimistic, man.
It's easier said than done. There's Rachel to consider. I mean, what's going to happen to her if I go to prison? And Beth, I've ruined her life. I wouldn't expect you to wait for me, you know.
Oh, don't worry about all that now. Let's just get on with our lives, eh? Worry about the future when it happens. Okay?
Oh, thanks, babe.
All right, Mick.
All right, Eddie.
I mean, what can I say?
Just think how I felt after telling Gary's mum. I felt so guilty, Eddie.
Hey, don't start that blaming yourself, Mick.
George.
Listen, if there's anything I can do, mate.
Thanks, Ed.
All right, George. Morning. How is going around this morning?
What for?
A date for your diary.
Are you all right, George?
Yeah, always just a touch of flu. Anyway.
Yeah, look, George, me and the missus, well, she doesn't fancy Kenya, you know. Fair-skinned. Goes a bit funny in the sun, like.
But it's a dry heat.
Well, I'm sorry, mate, but she won't wear it. We want the money back.
Well, let me talk to her.
It's no use.
Well, I don't know if that's possible.
George, I want me money back.
Mr. Banks, there is a protocol involved here. Well, I mean, I don't want to come between you and your good lady wife. I'll refund every penny.
You will? When?
Tomorrow, do you?
Yeah.
Well, you gave me a cheque. I shall hand you back cash. My honour as a businessman is very important to me. I'll return every penny first thing tomorrow.
Where?
Your house?
Defo, like?
Of course. See you.
Here you go, Thomas. Oh, let's get you down there. Think he's all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big, strong boy, aren't you, Thomas? You just felt a bit sick, didn't you?
How long am I going to have to do this for?
Till she nods off. He's bringing up a bit of blood in his sick.
Oh, brilliant. So what are we going to do now?
I think we should call the doctor. Look at him, he's boiling hot. He's fast asleep already. That's never right.
Isn't it?
See if the number's on that list Patricia gave you. There you go. She's off to Bobo's now.
She wouldn't do that for me, would she?
Needs a special touch.
Oh, I hate it when the kids are sick. I can't stand it. What am I going to say?
How about will you do it then while I get myself some Valium?
Look, do you think he'll be all right?
We'll have to wait and see what the doctor says.
See you next week. Bye.
Oh, just can't seem to get my temperature down. I feel quite lightheaded.
You should go to the doctor's.
Oh, I could wave some chicken bones over my head as well. Jean, I've just popped along to see how your side of the agreement's coming along.
In what way?
Well, I've had communication from the Kenyan side of the investment, and I really need to make the collateral available to their account.
Oh, George, I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing.
Worrying about what your hubby might say?
Oh, not at all. I suppose it's spending all that money at my age.
At our age, we need something to look forward to. And you deserve sun, relaxation. Kenya will give you both.
To be honest, George, I'm not sure about these holiday schemes. You hear so much about them going wrong.
Jean, look, I can understand your doubt, but please rest assured that everything is above board. I wouldn't be offering it to you if it wasn't. And we are friends, after all.
Yes, I suppose he who hesitates.
Indecision is the mother of failure. Now, about this deposit.
They'll have to wait. Tomorrow is the earliest I can get the money from the Building Society. Unless they want to check.
No, not at all. No, let them wait. Ah.
George, you are clearly not well. Why don't you pack yourself off home?
I've got work to do.
Why don't you go off and do whatever it is you have to do, and then come back to my house and I'll give you dinner. You look as though you could do with a good meal and a shave.
Thanks. I'll take you up on that. I'll see you later.
OK, thanks a lot, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Bye. Bye. Hiya, Max. Come in.
What happened? Jimmy Corkill said the children were ill.
No, she's all right, but Thomas has got a bit of a temperature. They're upstairs with Barry. We called the doctor. She said it might be a virus.
Yeah, they always say that, but I mean, Thomas was all right when I left for work this morning.
That's kids. Comes on them dead quick, doesn't it?
Hope this hasn't put you out.
No, I think it's put Barry out a bit. He doesn't like the sight of sick. Typical male.
Well, thanks to you and Barry for looking after them anyway.
No problem. Patricia was stuck. She had her interview, didn't she?
Yeah, well, I hope it's worth it in the end.
Look, Thomas is still asleep. I'll bring him over when he wakes up, if you like.
Oh, right, yeah, thanks, if that's all right. Just hope it's nothing too serious.
You coming round to see how we're the kids are, just as we call him. Probably still dead cut up about it. Yeah, well, I'm not exactly brill myself. I mean, I might have been there to save Gary if I hadn't been talking. Look, you can't blame yourself for it. Yeah, but it was my job to look after him. So, where's the lodger then? College, I think. Thank God for that. Beth's not that bad, you know. Yeah, well, you can't relax when she's here. Jackie, why are you like this? She's been getting hate mail and all sorts. She got dead upset before. She was in tears. Oh, give it a big hug, did you? Look, I know she's, well, different. But I feel sorry for her. And what if someone's trying to get her? See, she's trouble. And people might start to think we're lessers and they might come after us and all. Oh, they won't. But they might. Oh, I don't know what you've got against her. Oh, she's brought it all on herself. I mean, you can't just go around murdering and burying people. And she messed our Mike around. And I just don't want to live with a lesbian because it makes me nervous. Oh, go away. She's not going to make a play for you or me. Isn't she? And what are we going to tell fellas, eh, when we bring them back? If you ask me, I think we should just ask her to go. Well, I'm not. If you want her out, you can tell her.
Is he settled then?
Yeah, damn Bed'll doing good. He'll be up and about tomorrow.
And, you ready to talk about your day?
I prefer not to.
Oh, dear. That bad, eh?
Oh, worse than bad.
Look, I don't want to force you into anything, but I mean, it might help if you did talk about it.
I really don't think I want to discuss it.
For God's sake, what is it?
Firstly, I didn't get the job.
Well,
But
I guess...
no, hold on. I didn't get it because I was a bit, creative on my CV. I, left a few gaps.
Well, it's only a CV, I mean, it's not really that important, is it? I mean, everyone does it.
No, they checked up. They made a few calls.
What about?
Alice. I pretended she didn't exist. I, denied having her. But they knew about her. And then this, smug, patronising, 20-something, politically correct boy gave me his sympathy and he said he understood my position, but that they felt that I wouldn't be able to, deliver a full commitment. I mean, how the bloody hell can he say that?
All right. But why did you do it?
I don't know. I suppose I felt that they might, take me on if I didn't have any, baggage, like Alice.
Well, it's not the only firm recruiting, is it?
No. But I think it might be the last firm I apply to.
Oh, come on.
No, Max. The world's moved on, left me behind. It's time I took stock of my priorities and my future.
Hiya.
All right, girls.
How are you?
Ah, you know.
How's Leo and Gemma?
Well, I kept them off school today. I don't think they're up to it, you know.
Where are they now?
They're upstairs. I'd prefer to be up there with them myself, but gotta keep this place going, haven't I?
Well, do you want us to go up and keep them company? Play a few games with them?
Do you mind?
No, we'll do them some tea or whatever.
Ah, thanks.
I'm dead sorry, you know. I've had it on my mind all day.
Yeah. Yeah, we all have, Jack.
But I should have been watching them. That was my job.
Look, Jack, whatever happened, it wasn't your fault. Don't even think about blaming yourself.
All right, Mick. Just come to see if you needed to go for a pint.
Oh, thanks, Sim, but we don't want to leave the kids in.
Yeah. Still can't take it in that that lad's dead.
I'm gutted, you know, Sin.
What the hell went on?
It all happened so quick. I mean, we're in the pool. Next minute, Gary falls in. We got him out, but, you know.
Couldn't he swim, like?
Yeah, of course he could. He loves swimming.
He must have banged his head as he dived in.
Listen, he collapsed before he hit the water. I mean, I just don't understand it.
Well, there must be some answer.
I can't work it out. He was in the water for only seconds. But we just couldn't revive him.
Well, couldn't the ambulance fellas or the Aussie shed any light?
I don't know, maybe I'll give him a ring.
Okay. Listen, if you change your mind, you know where we are.
Cheers, sir.
See you later.
Right, well, this is your room.
Great. Is it okay if I get a shower?
Yeah, there's clean towels and one of them rope things in the airing cupboard.
Have you got a hairdryer?
I think so, somewhere. I'll get it for you. Oh, listen, I'll give you one with these first,
Are you trying to impress me?
Well, you're joking, aren't you? Not after today.
Eh?
Well, I'd never been able to cope with 2 kids on my own, wouldn't I? Especially with Thomas being sick.
Oh, I hope he's all right.
I'd go to pieces if it was my own kid. I hate seeing him sick.
Did you see your own son much before he went away?
No, not much at all. That's why I want Max to get me a base over there in Florida.
Are you going to live there eventually?
I doubt it, but I'll feel a lot closer to him if I've got a place over there, you know.
Would you like to have him with you?
I'd love to have him living with me. It always feels dead weird, having a kid out there somewhere. He doesn't even know me. But you never know. Maybe someday he will, eh?
Aye, Ed. So, elephant and tiger, eh?
You what?
Angelfish, whales, the lot.
What are you talking about?
Kenya, the subcontinent. Me and Jackie and Pittats going across the prairie in the what's it, Land Rover. We're up there with your kid.
Don't think you are, mate.
Wrong, because me and Jackie have paid cash on the nose and we're Kenya bound. So move over, Dactari.
Well, me and Rosie have pulled out.
Oh, aye, well, bit expensive for a slice of paradise, was it, eh?
Bit expensive for a slice of nothing.
You what?
Something dodgy about it.
Get out of it, eh? I've got a 6 cents for the scam, me.
Well, your 6 cents has obviously got a blind spot when it comes to old Georgie boy.
Oh, I get it. I see your game. Just trying to keep me and Jackie out of the action, are you? Well, I'm sorry, mate, but it won't work.
I nearly fell for it, but Rosie had a doubt straight away. The phone number on the video isn't his, and the so-called site is in the middle of a bloody war zone.
Yeah, you go, yeah. Hey, listen, hey, George said they're all fun-loving people out there.
Well, we're getting our money back.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Yeah, he's refunding every penny.
What about mine, mate?
You better see George. He might be over the road there at Bing's place.
Oh, all right, Mrs. C. Is George there?
George?
George, yeah, the great white hunter.
No, I'm afraid he isn't.
Are you sure?
Yes, of course I'm sure. He's not here. And if you don't stop pestering me, I'll phone for the police.
Oh, very neighbourly. Well, listen, if you see him, you tell him I want a word, will you? It's urgent.
Bye.
That do you?
Yeah, that's fine, Tar.
Do you fancy going out tomorrow after work?
Yeah? Can't say I'm doing my hair, can I?
Listen, you know all that stuff about me being Stephen's dad and that? It hasn't put you off, has it?
It put me off if you weren't bothered about him.
What about me wanting him to live with me and that, you know?
That doesn't put me off either. I've known mates who've got pregnant and the fathers have run a mile. Makes a change knowing someone who wants to look after his kid.
But would you have still gone out with me if you'd known that
Barry, I'm made up with you. You care about things. You didn't really want to do all that today with Thomas and Alice, but you got on with it. You care about things. Barry.
R.A.M.?
We agreed.
What do you mean I can't even touch you?
Yeah, but not like that. If I don't stop you there, well, it wouldn't be fair on you.
Yeah, but we are getting on better, aren't we?
I know, but you know the rules. You agreed to them.
Hello.
Jean.
Come in. Go through. Oh, there was someone here earlier looking for you.
Who?
A man named Corky who works across the way in a nightclub.
Did he say what he wanted?
No, but he seemed very keen to see you.
I think he's chasing me for one of those units in Kenya. Going like hotcakes.
Oh, good heavens. David would hit the roof if he thought he was holidaying with Corky.
I'll bear that in mind. Jean?
Yes?
Do you mind if I have a bit of a shut-eye? I'm feeling under the weather.
You're not looking after yourself properly. That's your problem.
If that Corkill chap or Mr. Banks call here for me, could you tell him I'm not here? I think it'd be very rude conducting my business affairs in your house, especially at this stage.
Certainly.
You know, I haven't felt this bad for years.
You just rest there. You'll be right as rain in the morning.
Katie, they're nearly ready.
Yeah, it won't be a minute.
Well, can you do them some biscuits as well?
Yeah.
Jackie?
Yeah?
Look, Jack, this thing with Gary, I just want to get it straight. You sure he didn't hit his head or anything before he fell in the water?
Well, yeah. I asked him to collect the floats in, and then the next thing, it was chaos.
But he was a fit lad, and he was a good swimmer, and he drowned. I mean, it just doesn't add up.
He was ill, though, Mick. He kept on going to the toilet.
No, it's not right. I mean, he's in the water for less than a minute, and I'm getting all kinds of crap from the hospital about some pathologist report.
Well, what's that for?
Oh, these people tell you nothing, so I wouldn't know. You know, something's wrong here. Something's seriously wrong, because you don't just drown like that. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to find out because I'm convinced something killed Gary.
The Jimmy Corkill story costs £4.99 from bookshops.
Oh! Oh!
Then?
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Oh, a bit better. Oh, wonder if I know what the blazes is up with me.
You've been flat out for the best part of a day.
On the mend now, though, eh?
I still wish you'd let me phone for a doctor, though.
Oh, no, there's no need for a quack. I don't believe in them myself.
You still look as though you should see someone to me.
Jean. What do I need with lotions and potions when I've got my own special angel of mercy at my bedside?
Well, I must say it's been nice playing Florence Nightingale again.
The pleasure was all mine. So, what have you done with yourself today?
Well, I've been in the florist.
Ah.
Shall I make some tea?
Yeah, that would be lovely. So you wouldn't have had time to draw out that cash then?
Sorry, no. I did think of calling into the Building Society this afternoon, and then I decided that my time would be better spent tending to my patient.
You're too kind.
Do you know, you're not fit to be on your feet.
No, I'm fine. Now, about this money.
All right, Max.
Hello.
I'm sorry to waylay you, mate, but could I have a quick word?
Well, actually, I'm,
Yeah, I know, we're in a hurry, aren't we all?
Well, what is it?
Well, I just wondered whether you'd seen any sign of our friend, Mr. Manners.
George? Well, he's round at David and Jean's, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's supposed to be, but I went round there before, and Jean says she hasn't seen him since yesterday.
Well, his car's still parked outside the bungalow, isn't it?
Yeah. So you've no idea when he's likely to make an appearance, then?
Well, he's hardly going to keep me appraised of his movements.
Yeah, I know that, but I just thought with him being holed up in your in-laws that you might...
Is there a problem?
Well, it's this Kenya thing, you know. I just wanted to have a little chat with him about it.
Well, if I do come across him...
You'll tell him to give us a knock.
No problem.
Right, thanks, Max. See ya.
Do you think I should give Audrey another ring, see if she's back home yet?
Tomorrow, she said.
Do wish there was something else I could do for you.
Jean, my love, there is.
Far away.
The best possible prescription you could give me would be £1,000 in cash, so I can get out there, get on with my job of setting you and your family up in the holiday home of your dreams.
There's plenty of time to sort that out.
I only wish there was. But these slots are going quicker than a rat up a drain pipe. If you lost out because I got a touch of flu, I'd never forgive myself.
And if you collapsed on the street because...
It's not going to happen. Oh, here's 20 quid. Treat yourself, take a taxi in town on me, draw out that money, then we'll all be happy.
I'll call again.
My own little lady of the lamp. Last.
Could I have a taxi, please, to 6 Brookside Close, Manor Park? Into town. As soon as possible, please. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, sorry. Hey, it's that Jimmy Corkhill character.
Oh.
Whatever you do, don't let him in.
Why not?
Oh, he's been chasing me all week to get in on the Kenya deal. I tried telling him it's for the more discerning traveller, but he won't take no for an answer.
Oh.
I fob him off myself, but I'm in no fit state.
What shall I tell him?
Oh, you'll think of something. I'm not here, okay?
Ah, at last.
Hello.
Is your mate there?
Who?
Gorgeous George, who'd you think?
Sorry, no.
Well, how come his car's parked out front?
Well, he was here.
And?
He said he was going to a function and he knew he'd be drinking, so he said he'd take a taxi and call back for his car today.
Well, if you see him, you tell him I want a word with him, will you?
Yes. Yes, I will.
All right, Ted.
All right. Seen anything of the elephant man yet?
No, just been at Bing's asking. Mrs. Bing reckons he's not there now. But he'll be back, because his car's still there. I'll catch you later, then.
See ya.
Come on, Brad.
Hi.
Are you busy?
Knee-deep in poo.
All right, I'll call back later.
No, it's all right. I was just changing Alice.
Well, I only called to see how Thomas is.
Come and say hello, if you like. He's tucked up on the sofa. Madam's in quarantine upstairs, away from whatever the hell it is he's picked up.
A woman's work, eh?
Oh, yeah, you said it.
Have you seen all this? Oh, it's getting on my nerves. You are going to ask her to go, aren't you? Well, she only has to stay for a day or so. Oh, well, I don't want her here. Shh. Well, why not? Oh, isn't it obvious? Oh, I know, but I do sort of feel sorry for her. She has been through a lot lately. Yeah, well, I don't feel sorry for her. She's brought it all on herself. I mean, she could go home if she wanted to. Like, you don't know that. Yeah, well, it's got nothing to do with us, has it? I mean, we don't have to have her here. It's not like she's a mate or anything. So are you going to tell her or have I got to?
No, I'll do it. There's no need for you to make her feel worse than she already does.
Right, so when I get back, she'll be gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that sounds brilliant to me.
I tell you what, when you're better, we'll get Barry to take you to the match, eh? Go and have a look at his precious mighty Reds. Are you all right? He's just performed his palsy piece again.
Yeah, poor old thing.
Look, I'll go on bucket duty. But first, I'll put the kettle on. You need a cuppa.
Yeah, that'd be lovely, thanks. Oh, dear. What are we going to do with you, eh? Just hope to God that you're better before your dad jets off to the States.
Look, I'm sure Barry wouldn't mind Max giving it a miss, you know, until Thomas is better.
What, and leave me with the prospect of Max moping for months? No thanks.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure this little scallywag will be up and running riot again in a couple of days. Touchwood.
Leo, Gemma! What? Come here a minute. Someone to see you.
How are they?
Not that great. Gemma's taking it the worst. She won't get in the bath or anything. And the nightmares.
I still can't believe Gary's dead.
No. None of us can. Hey, kids, look. Good visitors.
Oh, yeah.
Are you okay?
Just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, you can't just drown in 10 seconds.
Lee.
We don't know what happened yet.
As Scott said, can Gary come back?
No, babe. He's got to stay in heaven now.
Look, once you're dead, that's it.
But I want Gary.
Nice one, lads.
Why don't we go upstairs, Gemma, see how Ken and Barbie are doing? Is Gary and Barbie?
Ken's the name change.
Come on, then.
Cheers, sweet.
How is he?
Dozing. Thanks.
Oh, you'd be more comfortable upstairs.
So, how's things between you and Barry?
Oh, all right, I think.
Oh, what's brought this on?
Well, nothing specific. It's just, you think you get to know him and then he springs something on you out of the blue.
Well, I must say he's a changed man since he met you. For the better, I should say.
I just wonder sometimes if he does things to impress me. You know, too good to be true. I just wish I knew where I stood before we get too serious.
Well, he's been very good over Thomas. Oh, you both have. Don't think that was just to impress.
No, I suppose not. He wants to come to Mass with me on Sunday. But, like everything with Barry, there was a condition.
What's that?
Well, he comes to Mass with me if I go the match with him.
What? Waste a perfectly good Saturday afternoon?
I know. But take it or leave it, he said.
That does sound like Barry Grant. Hope you're going to call his bluff.
Too right I am.
The beast has risen.
Afternoon.
How you feeling, lad?
Better.
Glad to hear it.
What you go up in?
Bing's bungalow.
Any particular reason?
Just waiting for George Manners to show up so I can get me grand back.
Probably halfway to Nairobi with it by now.
Nah. There's something funny going on now. Jean's out, Bing's away, but I could have swore I saw someone in that kitchen a minute ago.
Stick with it, Sherlock.
Emma?
Yeah?
Is Barry around?
He's out on business.
I just wanted to thank him.
What for?
Fixing me ex up with a flat.
Must have cramped your style having her living next door.
All I'm bothered about is my kid.
Oh, she's lovely.
I know. Kills me, you know, not being able to see her when I want.
It must be very hard.
I know. I just wish I had the dosh to look after her properly.
So you're going to ask Barry for a pay rise now?
As if.
Are you feeling better?
I'm still a bit groggy, but it won't be more than a day or two.
So I'll tell Barry to expect you back then?
Yep.
Okay then. Bye.
See ya.
Oh, God, what's going on? Well, it's not me. What's she still doing here? I thought you were going to have a word. I will. I just haven't had the chance yet. Oh, Casey. I will do it, honest, but... Well, it's not easy, like, is it? I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Oh, yeah, and when's that going to be next week? Three's a crowd, Casey.
I know, but I don't want to hurt her feelings.
Oh, well, if you won't, I'll have to.
I'm going for a shower.
Oh.
Hello, anyone in?
Off your pop, Eddie, old son. Right on cue. Where you going now, you daft old bat? Damn it.
Here's your coffee.
Ta.
You're welcome.
Oh, don't be like that, Jack. It's not my fault.
Oh, I know. I just wish everything was back to normal.
Well, it'll only be for a couple more days.
You what?
Well, she's got nowhere else to go.
So?
Well, it'll give her a chance to sort something out.
Been having a cosy little chat, have you?
No.
You want to stay away?
Oh, she's all right.
I wonder how'd you work that out?
I don't know. She offered to do me laundry before.
Anything to get a hand on your knickers, eh?
Oh, you're just being stupid now.
Am I?
Can't she stay then?
I suppose so, but don't expect me to talk to her because she's a sideshow freak.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Katie, forget all that dyke stuff. You know what we're living with here, a murderer. Now, you might be happy about that, but I'm not.
Jean, where have you been?
Well, I called in at Patricia's on the way back. I wanted to check on Thomas. I think he's got a spot of this bug you've got.
Oh, dear. I hope I haven't passed anything on to the little mite. How's he bearing up?
Oh, he'll be fine.
Oh, good. Because there's nothing I want more than to see him in a pith helmet, safari suit, on the back of a jeep, marvelling at his first glimpse of rhino.
Oh, it sounds wonderful.
It will be.
Are you all right?
Fit as a fiddle. Have you got the cash?
Yeah, yes, it's all here.
You know, Jean, if I hadn't met my darling Audrey, or you made a life with David, who knows? The road not taken, eh? Well, must be off.
Are you all right? George! Right, that's it. I'm phoning for the doctor. Doctor!
Just plain one, please, mate. Yeah, go on then. Throw a few mushrooms on it. Cheers. See ya.
What are you doing, lad?
Getting a pizza for me tea.
From Mick?
Yeah?
Are you mad? How do you know it wasn't him that poisoned you in the first place?
There's no way this lot's down to dodgy prawns. This is some kind of mad flu.
You reckon you're up to shoveling pizzas down your throat, do you?
I'll have a go. I'm starving.
Don't you reckon you'd be better off with a tin of chicken soup?
No, that's boring. What are you up to, anyway?
Taking steps to ensure that that grand ends up back in my pocket. Old Georgie boy's going nowhere.
Hiya, come in.
I'm not disturbing anything, am I? No, of course not. Max came home early from the restaurant, so I thought I'd take a break from my nursing duties while he made the supper.
I think Barry wanted him to spend a bit of time with the family. So, how's things?
Oh, the same. Thomas's temperature's still high, but at least he's sleeping now.
Do you want a coffee?
No, thanks. I was just wondering how you got on with Barry's little deal.
Well, I took him up on it. I'm going to the match.
And?
Well, he didn't try to worm his way out of it.
Which is what you were expecting. You sound almost disappointed.
No, it's not that. Just the opposite, in fact.
Meaning?
Well, I've been thinking, as me and Barry seem to feel so strongly about each other, I'm going to suggest we make a real go of things.
Are we talking an engagement here?
No. Engagements are for people who don't know what they want.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to pick me moment, and then I'm going to ask Barry to marry me.
Thanks, Doc. Call any time.
You just take it easy.
Well, thank you for coming, Doctor. Is there anything else I ought to be doing?
I think everything you're doing fine.
Now, where are you going?
Oh, a bit of fresh air.
I don't think so. What did Dr. Norris say?
If the symptoms persist, consult an undertaker.
You're impossible.
So I've been told. Now, I really must be going.
But you can't drive.
Of course I can. Passed my test years ago.
You're dead on your feet.
Jean, my love, with every moment that passes, keenness slips further from our grasp.
Well, at least let me send you on your way with a mug of hot milk. It might settle your stomach. I'll put a nip of brandy in it, eh?
Say nothing, mate. Don't worry, I won't. That for soft, lad.
Certainly is.
Yesterday he was on his deathbed. Today he's on the pizza.
Hasn't been feeling too well.
Oh, terrible. He's definitely caught something from somewhere. Pat Farnham's young lad got a dose of it as well.
A dose of what exactly?
Some kind of flu, by the looks of it.
So, what sort of symptoms is your car like?
Ah, the usual. Puking, sweating, moaning. Still, I'm thinking about what happened to poor old Gary.
Yeah.
Have you got any idea what was up with him yet?
Not that I've heard, no.
It just shows you, eh?
Yeah.
There's your tea, lad.
I don't want it now. I've just puked up again.
You better get yourself back to bed. How much do you owe you, mate?
$5, thanks.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, and if you're here when Gary's funeral is, will you give us the nod?
Yeah, sure.
I want to send a few flowers and that, like, you know, for Marley.
Yeah, right. See you later.
See you, mate.
Are you sure you're all right?
Fine. Just as soon as I secured a place in paradise for you and your beloved.
I can't wait to see David's face.
I can't wait to see the pair of you on safari. What the blazes?
Problem?
Sort of.
What's the matter?
Some jokers clamped me.
Excuse me. Look who it isn't.
Right.
Oh, perhaps one of these two kind gentlemen can help you.
I don't think so, somehow.
Oh, dear. Not your day, is it?
How did you come to that conclusion?
You, cash now.
First, you get your wheel clamped.
Is this your doing?
Then two of your fall guys, sorry, valued clients, ask for their money back.
What's he talking about?
Hey, if I want to see the lions, I'll go to Chester Zoo, OK? Cough up.
Ditto.
Gents, we had a binding agreement. We made a deal.
And now we've changed our minds.
Why?
'Cause it's bent, love.
That is slander.
So why have you been ducking and diving all week, then?
What?
You've been avoiding us like the plague, you have.
Well, he's not been well these last 2 days.
You getting a cut of the profits or something?
Actually, Jean invested in the deal too.
Oh, you're good. I'll give you that.
Where's me dosh?
Under the terms of our arrangement, those deposits are strictly non-refundable.
You are?
Right, I've had enough. Get hold of him, Eddie. I'll search him. Over here.
This is assault.
What are you doing?
Sorry, Jean,
Stop
needs must.
moaning, will you? Aye, aye. Bingo. There we go.
Good lad.
They look about even to me, Ed.
Cheers.
George! Oh, my God.
Don't be giving us the dying swan routine.
Sorry.
George! He's dead.
Do you feel tender towards your car? Without Walls next fondly explores the sensual design of the family car in autoerotic, and over on ITV shortly, Peak Practice.
Oh, Audrey, come in. Oh, my dear, I'm so sorry.
There's no need.
It must have been a terrible shock.
I've long since given up being shocked by anything that George's activities could throw up, including his sudden death, I'm afraid.
Have you spoken to the hospital?
I've just come from there now.
Any idea what caused it yet?
They haven't said. Terminal greed, probably.
It may well have been a stroke. He was in the middle of a very stressful situation.
What happened exactly?
Oh, it was awful. He hadn't been feeling at all well, and then suddenly he was in the middle of an unseemly scuffle over money with Eddie Banks and Jimmy Corkhill.
To do with this Kenya pipe dream, was it?
Things got quite ugly, and then...
Did they get their money back? Well, that's something, I suppose.
Why did you call it a pipe dream?
Before I left for the hospital this morning, I got a visit from the fraud squad. They've been a couple of paces behind George for the best part of 6 months now. Apparently there's a trail of broken-hearted safari lovers the length and breadth of the country, each lamenting his lost £1,000 deposit.
Oh.
They finally caught up with him a day too late.
And I thought he came back for you.
Oh. Liverpool was nothing more than his next port of call. I was just a convenient route to his next set of stooges.
Oh.
What? Oh, no, not you as well.
Well, he made it sound so real.
The full 1,000?
Afraid so.
But didn't you get it back when
well,
there
the
was...
other two took the money he had in his jacket, and I didn't feel like scrabbling through his pockets for the loose change.
Well, whatever they got, by rights, a third of it should be yours.
And how do I prove that?
Morning.
Morning.
Are you best get a move on? You're going to be late for work.
No. Day off.
Oh, sporty thing. Do you want some breakfast then?
Oh, yeah, please.
This is great, isn't it?
What?
Oh, having the place to ourselves again.
Over there.
Oh, she has gone, hasn't she? Yeah, first thing. I felt dead sorry for her. Do you think she knows where she's going to end up staying now?
Oh, shame. Oh, cheer up, eh? You can get back to normal now with no one to Grandpa's style. Birds of a feather, eh?
Oh, I must admit, I do like living in a place that doesn't look like Kirby Tip half the time.
Right, I'll just get a quick shower. And it'll be nice not having to worry about locking the bathroom door for the change.
It's time we went to open the florists.
Well, I had thought of leaving the shop shut today as a mark of respect.
For a man who's just conned you out of £1,000.
I don't really feel in the mood for making up reeds.
Well, we ought at least to try to recoup some of the money you've lost.
Oh, excuse me. Hello? Yes, she is. Hold on a moment.
You. It'll be the hospital. I left them your number. I hope you don't mind.
Of course not.
Hello? Speaking. Yes? Yes? Oh, I see. Unusual? In what way? Oh. Right. Thanks. Bye. Looks like George didn't die of a stroke after all.
No?
Well, they don't know what yet, but they seem to think it was some kind of virus that killed him.
Emma, hi. Come in. Go on through. Hello, Thomas.
Welcome to the madhouse.
Aren't you better yet?
No, I wish he decided to be sick all over his bedclothes last night.
Oh. Hey, have you forgotten our deal? If you don't get well, you don't go to the match with Barry.
What can I do for you?
Well, I just needed a quick word. Is the baby all right?
Yeah, she just needs changing. What about?
Well, it's a bit strange, really.
Oh, don't tell me. Barry's decided that Max has got to stay here and I'm getting packed off to Florida.
I don't think so.
Look, will you just bear with me while I see to Alice?
Yeah, sure.
Mummy,
Yes, my sweet.
I need the toilet.
Oh, darling, can't it wait? I have to help him up, he's so weak.
Well, do you want me to do something?
Yeah, well, take your pick. This one or that one?
I think I'll go for the crappy nappy.
Thanks. Come on, you. Oh, dear. Can you put your arms around my neck? Oh, dear.
Hiya, love.
Oh, hi, Mr. Dixon.
Hey, it must seem like one long game of sardines up there on that flat of yours sometimes, eh?
What?
Well, you've had our Michael, Sarah Banks and our little one. Now I hear that you got yourself a new lodger.
Oh, you're on about Beth.
You two put shelter to shame, you know that?
She's gone.
She didn't last long, did she? Where's she gone back home?
I don't know, to be honest.
My that was it, eh? Ah, well, you better not rid of her.
Oh, well, your Jackie seems to think so. I felt dead tight with all that's happened in there.
Hey, don't you worry, love. You did the right thing. To be honest with you, I was a bit bothered when I heard that Beth was staying with you and our Jackie. You know, two young, defenceless girls on your own, like.
We can look after ourselves. In fact, I think Beth was in more danger from your Jackie sometimes. Anyway, I'll see you later.
Ta-ra, love.
What do you think, sweetheart? Could I make a career of this?
I reckon so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you found your vocation.
Everything all right?
Looks perfect to me. A natural-born mother, if ever I saw one.
What about wife?
Oh, I don't know about that. I'd have to chew that one over. Why?
I've proposed to Barry.
You're kidding.
No, honest.
Bloody hell, you're a fast worker.
Mad, eh?
Oh, good too, yeah?
I think so.
Well, you still got some doubts.
I mean, what do you think?
I think he's great.
Me too.
And I think you're just the sort of person that he needs.
Really?
Yeah. What does he think?
That's the big question.
What, so you've no idea what his answer will be?
No.
You think he'll turn you down?
No, I mean, I don't know what he'll say.
Oh, sorry, well, do you love each other?
I don't know.
Well, how do you feel when you're with him?
It's great. Not like other times. But from what I know from Barry's previous relationships, well, it seems to be all 1 minute and nothing the next.
Yeah, but it's been steady with you, and that's good, isn't it?
Is it?
Marriage is based on trust, not lust.
Did you get that from a Christmas cracker?
No, it's all about hard work and friendship.
But what about love?
Well, that's what holds it all together. I suppose in a good marriage, love gets a bit stronger every year.
But hasn't it got to be there to begin with?
Right. And you don't think it is with Barry?
I'm not sure. And there's the age difference. And well, Barry's had a lot of other relationships. I just don't want to end up like the rest of them.
Oh, sorry, but only you and Barry can sort out those fears between you.
All right, Ron.
Oh, hello, Mick.
How's everything?
Oh, not bad, you know. How are your two doing?
Yeah, getting there. A few sleepless nights, you know.
Must have been bloody awful for them. So when's the lad's funeral?
I don't know. The hospital still haven't released the body.
How come?
Trying to find out what killed him.
But I thought he drowned.
Looks like there's a lot more to it than that one.
Hi. Hey, did you hear about Audrey's fella popping his clocks?
Yeah, didn't they get into some sort of a scrap with Eddie and Jimmy?
Just dropped dead on the spot. I don't know, it's getting like emergency ward 10 round here, isn't it?
Morning. All right. You okay, Mick?
Yeah. Listen, how's your car?
Ah, down, you know. Suppose you've heard.
What was?
George Manners.
Ron was just saying, like...
What happened?
God knows. 1 minute I'm arguing the toss with him.
Keen you?
How'd you guess?
Well, the minute I saw him, I thought, come, man.
Next, spark out.
And gone to that great timeshare in the sky, eh?
Did he deal you then?
He tried to, but I got my cash back.
Oh, that's the main thing, innit? Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
Excuse me, Mr. Banks.
Yes?
Could we possibly have a word?
Of course. Listen, I'm really sorry about your husband.
Yeah, and he seems such a nice man. I've got a shop to run.
Must have been a shock for you.
It was. Thank you for your sympathy.
If I'd have known he'd had a dodgy ticket, I'd never...
No, there's no need to worry. It wasn't his heart. Apparently it was a viral condition,
Viral?
according to the pathologist.
What sort of things were wrong with him?
Nausea, sweating.
Was it the same with your cow?
Look, I don't want to intrude, but could we possibly discuss the business in hand? Mr. Banks.
Eddie.
Eddie. Apparently you took some money from my husband yesterday.
I'll leave you to it. Bye, ladies.
Yeah, £1,000. It was mine, like.
Some of it was.
No, all of it.
You're probably not aware, but George procured a similar amount from Jean here, and she hasn't had a penny back.
Well, Jimmy Corkle must have got your share, Jean. He took the rest. Yeah, I'll ask him.
Mr. Corkill?
Oh, aye, look. Listen, sorry about your fella.
Thank you.
But, he was trying to rob us, know what I mean?
I most certainly do. Did you manage to get your money back?
Yeah.
How much?
£1,000. Well, gonna take 20 quid, eh?
Ah, I see.
Listen, I was only taking what was mine, you know.
Please, can't we leave this for another day?
Well, what's up, love?
He conned Jean out of a wedge, you know.
So, in the interests of fair play, if you could each give Mrs. Crosby a third of your cash.
You're joking, aren't you?
As a recently bereaved widow, humour is the last thing on my mind.
So, yeah, that sounds all right to me. What should we call it, Jean? 350, love?
That's very kind of you.
Oh, you're all right. There you go. Titus.
Yeah, all right. I'll drop it in later. My missus is going to kill me.
On the contrary, I think she'll be very proud of you.
My pleasure.
I'd better get off. Thanks for letting me bend your ear, Patricia.
Oh, anytime. I think you and Barry should sit down together, talk things through. Emma, now might not be the right time, but...
Go on, it's your turn.
It's about work.
Had any luck yet?
Oh, no, the job hunting's gone on ice since the clinic opened for business.
Well, so how can I help?
I need an investor.
All right.
I don't suppose you know anyone who might be interested in getting a one-woman PR company back on the rails, do you?
Well, I could ask my dad if you like. A couple of his golf club mates are loaded.
So you don't think Barry would be interested then?
Oh.
Bad idea.
Well, it's not that. Have you tried getting a straight answer from Barry recently?
Well, anything's worth a try.
To be honest, Patricia, I think most of his money's tied up in this Florida deal at the moment.
Wow, just a thought.
Maybe when it's over.
Maybe.
Thanks again. I'll see you.
Okay. Oh, and best of British on the Barry front.
Mummy?
Hello.
All right.
Where have you been?
In town with Lee.
Oh, right.
He was telling me he saw our Beth this morning.
Yeah, where?
Coming out of Jackie and Katie's flat.
Oh.
With her bags packed. Didn't take them too long to get sick of it, did it?
Nobody got sick of her.
Well, why have they thrown her out then?
They haven't. She left because there wasn't room for the three of them.
As if.
It's true.
How do you know anyway? Have you seen her?
Yes.
Oh, she hasn't been round here, has she?
Only for a few minutes.
She better not be moving back in. Because if she does, I'm off.
She only called round to tell me she was leaving the flat.
And where is she now?
At a friend's.
Oh. Round back to her dykey student mates, has she?
Does it matter? As long as she's not sleeping rough somewhere.
And whose fault would that be?
I don't know.
Well, I do.
Audrey,
Yes?
I'm just going to make a sandwich. Do you fancy one?
Not for me, thanks.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm sorry.
It is all right to cry for him, you know.
Oh, it's myself I should be crying for. How could I have been so stupid?
Putting your trust in somebody isn't stupid.
It is when you fall for the same line from the minute you meet him till the day he dies.
What's the matter?
Oh, I don't know. It's my head.
I suspect it's the stress. It's bound to get to you.
Oh.
I'll get you some aspirin.
Oh.
All right, boss.
Hey.
You all right?
Yeah, why?
No reason.
What you want?
Nothing.
Hey?
Well, I missed you on the way in, didn't I? Just thought I'd pop in and say hello, like.
Hello.
Hello.
Is that it, then?
Suppose so, yeah.
Then would you mind disappearing, Jim?
Sorry I spoke.
Goodbye, Jimmy.
Here's something up, or what?
No. And even if there was, do you think I'd bother telling you?
No. Don't suppose you would. Better get back to work then, eh?
Welcome home.
Hello, dear.
Good conference.
Oh, yes, yes. Superb.
So you enjoyed yourself then?
One of the most enlightening trips I've had in years.
A cup of tea?
Right.
How's Ted?
Fine. Guests?
Audrey.
Oh, no. Don't you tell me that she's inveigled her way in here again in my absence.
No.
The moment my back is turned.
David. George is dead.
What? George, the secret spouse?
He collapsed in our front garden yesterday afternoon.
Good.
I tried to call you, but... Well, I'm afraid there's more to it than that.
Hello, Major.
Audrey, I'm... What can I say?
Look, I'm awfully sorry about this, but I don't feel at all well. Do you mind if I lie down?
Of course not. The spare bed's made up.
Thank you.
I think we'd better have a debriefing session.
Jimmy?
Yeah?
Oh. I'm sorry I bit your head off before.
It's all right.
Well, I've got a lot on my mind at the moment, you know.
Oh, I.
Yeah, so, well, just ignore me for my narc, eh?
I'll do my best.
You were right before.
About what?
Well, there is something up.
Oh, is there now?
Well, do you want to know what it is, or what?
Go ahead.
Well, it's Emma. She's asked me to marry her.
Didn't know it was a leap year.
Well, it's not, is it?
So what you say then?
Well, I haven't said anything yet. I don't know what to do about it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, you've got eyes, haven't you, Jimmy? You've seen them come and go. Fran, your Tracy, Penny. I mean, they've all ended in disaster, haven't they? What makes you think this one's going to be any different?
No reason at all.
Eh?
She's a woman, isn't she? Listen, you hang on to your freedom. Keep them coming off the conveyor belt. Give the rest of us a bit of hope, eh?
Thank you very much, Claire Dana.
How long's it been like this?
Couple of days.
Look, I don't want to be a scaremonger, but do you think there's any connection with that George fella snuffing it?
Good God, Nick.
No, I'm sorry, but you know what, with Gary dying as well.
That's just an awful coincidence.
Do you think?
It happens. Look, Mick, I've had a doctor standing where you're standing now telling me it's just about a flu, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah, right.
And to be perfectly honest, Mick, I really don't think it's a very good idea going around scaring everyone with these overblown theories. You know, let's just leave it to the professionals, eh?
Yeah.
Good Lord, woman, it was obvious to all and sundry the man was a charlatan of the first order.
Don't speak ill of the dead.
He's probably loitering at Heaven's Gate, trying to slip St. Peter a fake tenner as we speak.
Shh. Audrey will hear you.
Why is it that all roads lead to Audrey these days?
Well, the poor woman's distraught.
I'm sure she is, but don't you think her sudden bout of ill health is a tad convenient?
After all she's been through.
I just hope this isn't her stab at regaining sitting tenant status.
All right, Ping.
Oh, hello, Mick.
Good trip.
Yes, fine. Jean told me about the young lad. I'm terribly sorry.
Hi, Jean. Yeah, it was pretty grim, you know.
Nothing worse than the loss of a young life.
Yeah, it's a waste, isn't it?
Leaves you wondering what our maker thinks he's up to a lot of the time.
Well, it's partly because of Gary that I've called round, actually.
Oh, anything we can do?
Well, I was wondering if your friend Audrey had heard any more about this virus that her husband had.
Not yet.
Why? What's on your mind?
I don't want to sound like a crank, but Gary dies. No one knows why. Now, this George fella curls his toes up, and they put it down to some mystery virus. The car banks over the road has been flat out all week, and your little Thomas isn't feeling too great either.
So I've just heard.
Well, I think there's a connection. I mean, you can't tell me that all hands are flaking out right, left, and centre for nothing.
So you think that George and Gary succumbed to the same illness?
Well, that's my guess.
Oh, don't you think we ought to leave any supposition to the medical men?
No, Mick might have something.
I don't say that. Because if I'm right, then we all might.
Oh, Audrey.
Audrey, are you okay?
Sorry.
Good grief, like I was saying.
Look, let's get her back to the bedroom. Oh,
It's all right, it's all right. Come on, let's get you back inside.
What the bloody hell's happening, Bing?
Look after her a minute. You can't tell me this is some grand coincidence.
No chance. It's got to be something more than that.
I don't understand it, Mick. People are dropping like flies.
You better call the doctor out pronto before Audrey follows her old man into the morgue.
The Jimmy Corkill story is out in most bookshops at $4.99. After the break, to Corfu with a chorister and down Vaseline Street with Kylie crazed Darren. The Real Holiday Show, next.
Get you a season ticket for this place. Well, thanks again, Doctor.
Okay, cheerio.
Bye-bye.
Come.
So, what's the diagnosis?
He's not sure.
Is it anything to do with this virus that George contracted?
He said it could possibly be a mild version of it.
Shouldn't we get you into hospital then?
No, I don't want any fuss.
That's what George said.
But didn't you say he was in a much worse state than I am?
True.
Still,
Honestly, I'll be up and about in a few days.
In the meantime, who better to look after you than a nurse and a pharmacist?
Don't you think you're taking this a bit lightly?
Well, you know what the locals say, you gotta laugh.
It's no laughing matter, Jean. 2 people are dead.
2?
George and young Gary Salter.
Gary's death has got nothing at all to do with this.
We can't be sure of that.
So until we can...
Oh, fine. So, disregarding young Gary's sad demise, our grandson is ill, as is Carl Banks, and now Audrey.
It is a flu bug. You get them every winter on every street in Great Britain.
Not usually virulent enough to kill people.
Perhaps George wasn't a particularly fit man to begin with.
He did have trouble with his chest on occasions.
You see? There you are, I told you. An illness like this can push a weak constitution over the edge.
So you are suggesting we take no action?
If the alternative is you hollering epidemic from the rooftops, yes.
Well, I think the other residents have a right to be warned.
Or frightened out of their wits.
I'm sorry, Jean, but unlike you, I have never found Nero a particularly exciting role model.
Right, Michael?
All right, sir.
How goes it?
So, mate.
Doing your chores, eh?
Yeah. Making sure the place is spotless. How's Mandy?
She sound?
And the girls, they okay?
Well, last time I checked, anyway.
No one feeling a bit under the weather, anything like that?
Not that I know of. Why?
Well, must have heard about that Georgie Manners character, eh?
If I'd snuffed it on Bing's path.
With him popping his clogs and Gary dying. Thomas Farnham and Carl Banks none too clever. I wonder if there's some kind of mad book on the loose, you know?
Well, what are the symptoms?
I don't know. Look, I may be talking crap here.
Well, is it like the flu or something?
Oh, God knows. Pat's little laddie, he's had the runs. He's been sweating cobs, spewing his guts up. Carl Banks was the same.
Well, there's been none of that round ours.
On top of that, I've been called to the Aussie by some specialist.
What's wrong with you?
Nah, nothing wrong with me. It's... said he wants to talk about Gary.
When's that then?
Savvy.
Well, it's probably nothing to worry about then, eh? Just routine.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. Well, see you later, mate.
All right, son. Later.
There you go, darling.
Oh, thanks.
You got everything?
Yeah, just about.
You're gonna miss us.
I wish you were coming with me.
Sorry, no Florida for us, I'm afraid. We've got to stay here, get better, haven't we?
I hate leaving you in the lurch like this.
That's no problem.
But
Look, this son of yours tucking into that Weetabix like there's no tomorrow. I think you can safely say we're over the worst.
you sure?
Yeah, at this rate we'll have Alice out of quarantine by the end of the week.
Okay, but if there's any change,
I'll ring.
you've got the number.
Tattooed to my forehead. Hi, Dad.
Patsy, look, I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm afraid I've got some rather bad news.
Why? What? Come in, come in.
Well, this so-called bug that Thomas has picked up, I've every reason to believe that he may have been infected with the same virus that accounted for George Manners.
Oh, really?
I think it would be advisable to have him checked by a specialist at the hospital straight away.
What do you think? You want to go to hospital, darling? No.
There you are. Iron constitution, that lad.
Oh.
Dad, you almost look disappointed that he's recovered.
Don't be absurd. I'm just trying to make sure
Whip
that...
up a bit of hysteria.
No.
You're as bad as Mick Johnson. He was round here the other day, spreading some overblown theories of his own.
About young Gary?
Two of you should get together, find a grassy knoll, have a nice long chat about it.
Hiya. I'm sorry to bother you, Patricia.
Oh, that's all right. Come in.
No, I can't stop. I just wondered if you'd seen Barry since yesterday. And he was out till late last night and out again early this morning. I think he's trying to avoid me.
Well, he was here earlier looking for Max.
What did he have to say?
Well, quite a lot for Barry. He told me all about your proposal.
How does he feel about it?
Well, that it's a massive step.
Yeah, for me too.
As far as I could tell, he does want to be with you. He just needs a bit of time to think things through.
I've been selfish, haven't I?
No, you haven't.
Expecting him to decide in a couple of days whether he wants to marry me or not. I suppose my only excuse is just how scared I really am of losing him.
Well, there's really no need to be.
I shouldn't have put him under that kind of pressure. Maybe I should just forget about the whole thing.
Listen, Emma, don't say I told you, but Barry was asking me earlier about jewellers. I recommended one.
Really?
He wouldn't say any more, but I'd say he'd made his decision, wouldn't you?
Right. Well, I better go wait for him then. Bye.
All right. How's things?
Not bad.
Have you seen anything of your Beth?
No, why?
Oh, nothing. It's just with the moving out of our place. Just wondering, was she okay?
I couldn't tell you.
It's a pity she couldn't stay longer, but it was getting really overcrowded.
You don't need to apologise on my account.
So, has she gone back home then?
No chance.
Well, have you any idea where she's gone?
Not a clue.
Well, hasn't she left an address with your mum or anything?
Don't know, don't care.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Yeah, isn't it? See ya.
Yeah, see ya.
Well, enjoy Florida.
Thanks. See you when I get back. And remember, the CIA did it.
With a bit of help from the mafia.
I'm glad you find my grandson's health a source for crass humour.
See you, Dad.
Morning, Bing.
Oh, Eddie, morning. Eddie, how's your eldest boy? I believe he hasn't been too well.
Starting to milk it, if you ask me.
You do realise he's probably suffering from the same condition as George Manners.
Hey?
I think it would be a good idea to have him thoroughly checked over.
Now, with all due respect, Davy, I think that the thieving swine suffered from a spot of divine retribution. And as for our Carl, the only prescription he needs is a good kick up the jacksie. See you now.
All right, Ben. Morning.
Mandy?
Mandy, are you all right in there? Mandy?
Oh, God.
What's happened?
Oh, I don't know. I was fine. The next thing I was throwing up. Oh.
Bloody hell.
Oh, I hope it's not this flu bug thing that's laid Carl Banks out.
Was there anything up with you?
Well, isn't this enough?
Are you sweating?
No.
Have you had the runs?
No.
Well, it's probably just a pie or something.
Oh, but whatever it is, I feel terrible.
All right, well, I'll go and get the quack out.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Well, why not?
Well, all I've done is been sick. It's hardly an emergency.
I don't care.
Well, I do. Look, leave it, Ian. If I'm no better tomorrow, then I'll see someone.
Fair dues. Well, in the meantime, bed, right?
Well, can't I just lie on the couch?
Oh, I can see the kind of patient you're going to be. Go on, then. I'll get you the quilt, all right? Be careful.
Hiya.
Hello, again.
You'll have to start charging me rent. All packed, then?
Yes.
Ready to abandon us?
Oh, Patricia.
Sorry. Any news?
That's just it. None.
Oh, dear.
I'm really worried now. I've tried everywhere. I've tried the club and the restaurant, but nobody's seen him. I've even tried his mobile, but it's switched off.
Yeah, I've been trying to reach him as well.
I hope he's all right. Where else can he be?
Oh, I'm sure he's fine. Barry often moves in mysterious ways.
Yeah, but sometimes you can be too mysterious for your own good.
Well, you have given him quite a lot to think about. That proposition of yours, it did come out of the blue.
I thought he'd only gone to the jeweller's, but it doesn't take this long to pick a ring.
Well, that's where I assumed he'd gone to.
Yeah, right. I better nip upstairs and make a few phone calls before I get off.
What time are you leaving?
About half an hour, I should think. Look, don't worry. I'll keep trying his mobile number.
Don't worry, Emma. I'm sure he'll be back soon. He probably just needs more time to think things through, away from everything.
Away from me, you mean?
Dr. Horton?
That's me.
I'm Mick Johnson. You asked me to come and see you.
Did I?
Yeah, I think it's about Gary Salter, the young lad I knew died last week.
Oh, yes, the swimming pool accident.
Yeah, that's right.
Very sad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, have a seat.
Thanks.
Tea? Only herbal, I'm afraid.
No, thanks.
Now, the reason I asked you to come in was to check some details about the movements of Mr. Salter in the days leading up to his death.
Right.
Now, according to my notes, he spent some time with you and your family just before his death.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry about this. Stephen Horton? Yes. Well, can't it wait? I've got... Yes, right, okay. I'll be there in a tick. I'm terribly sorry about this. I promise you, I won't keep you long.
It's okay.
He's not coming back, is he? He can't bear to face me and tell me he doesn't want to marry me.
You mustn't think like that. Not till you've spoken to Barry, found out what he means to do.
It doesn't look like he's going to give me the chance.
Any news on Barry yet?
No, nothing yet, I'm afraid.
Well, he can't have gone far.
Well, if I know Barry's always ready to disappear from the scene. You know, all anyone needs these days is a bit of plastic.
He can't just shoot off at the drop of a hat like this.
You don't know Barry. Fine. Done it before, you know. Plenty. Well, sometimes I don't know what he's up to, and I'm his partner.
Yeah, well, I think Emma's circumstances differ from yours just a little.
Yes, of course.
And what about the restaurant and the club? Who's going to run them?
Well, I would think the restaurant virtually runs itself. A good deal at the time. Thanks, of course, to your hard work. And, well, Corkill loves swanning around that club as if he owns the place. So listen, Don't you worry about it.
Haven't you got some more phone calls to make? Or something?
Yes. Yes, I have.
I'll have to get back to work myself. I'm going to have my work cut out there, aren't I? With Max in Florida and Barry wherever he is for God knows how long. Best get a move on. I've got to nip back to Barry's and pick a few things up.
Well, I'll let you know if I hear anything in the meantime.
I'm sorry about that, Mr. Johnson. Right, now where were we?
You were saying about how much time Gary spent with us.
Right. And that was for a prolonged period in the lead up to his death? Yeah. And you live somewhere near Brookside Close Manor Park?
Yeah, I run a pizza parlour around the corner, and I've got the flat above it.
So, Gary would have had plenty of opportunity for contact with the locals.
I suppose so.
Did he have any particular dealings with a Mr. George Manners?
No, why?
You may not be aware of this, Mr. Johnson, but Mr. Manners collapsed and died in Brookside Close on Tuesday of this week.
What's that got to do with Gary?
Well, according to blood samples taken from each of them, they both appear to have been attacked by a similar virus.
Is that definite?
Oh, well, that's what we're trying to ascertain. Now, can you think of any contact between Gary and Mr. Manners?
Yeah, Rosie Banks do.
Sorry?
Well, there was a party. Gary and that George fellow were both there. But so was half the street.
Well, has anyone else in the vicinity been ill of late?
Yeah, a couple of people off the close.
Well, I think it might be advisable to get them in for a checkup.
Is this thing contagious, then?
Well, if it's what we think it is, then it's a nasty, unpredictable, very contagious little bugger.
So anyone could have it?
No. Anyone who's been within whispering distance of Mr. Manners or Mr. Salter.
I gave Gary the kiss of life.
Oh, don't panic. Well, you look healthy enough to me, but look, we'll give you a once-over before you leave,
What about Leo and Gemma?
Sorry?
Oh, my kids. They've been eating off the same plates as him for weeks.
Well, has either of them shown any ill effects?
No.
The chances are they're in the clear, but bring them in anyway and try and persuade your neighbours to follow suit. The trouble with this sort of thing is you don't know where it'll hit next.
Bye, Thomas.
Bye-bye, Daddy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you later. Oh, God.
I hope everything goes well.
Thanks.
If you see Barry, tell him to keep in touch.
Bye now. Bye.
One stomach-settling mug of hot milk.
Thanks. Just hope I can keep it down.
You're not feeling any better?
Not really, no.
You don't want to go on the big white phone and talk to Huey again, do you?
Do you know, I think I have got this bug that's doing the rounds.
No, it won't be that. It'll be something you've ate.
Look, I've only eaten what you have.
Is there something bothering you?
Apart from feeling like death warmed up, you mean? Beth found that in her pigeonhole this morning.
Oh, bloody hell.
I mean, how do they know a birthday? And they know a middle name?
They want stringing up.
It's got to be someone we know. None of this stuff was in the papers. It's got to be somebody really close.
Ah, how's Audrey?
No better. Actually, I'm not feeling too well myself.
Really?
Mm.
What's the problem?
Well, I'm just exhausted.
You don't feel feverish, do you?
Well, I do feel a bit hot, but I have been rushing around like a lunatic these last few days.
Yeah, I suppose so.
What's that you're reading?
Trying to track down this blasted virus.
Oh, David, you of all people should know that amateur diagnoses do more harm than good.
Hmm.
Oh.
Jean? You are all right, aren't you?
Oh, I feel a bit lightheaded. I forgot to eat breakfast this morning.
Look, why don't I nip round to the trading post and snaffle a brace of Ron's finest cheese and pickle balms?
Wonderful.
All right, I'll get my coat.
Look, all I'm saying is, this quack reckons that everybody should be checked out.
Look, Mick, I've already told you he's seen a doctor.
Yeah, but this fella's an expert.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Look, I'm gonna take my two.
Well, fine if it puts your mind at rest.
But listen to me, this thing isn't like hay fever or something. It's a killer.
Look, this, whatever it is, if Thomas has had it, look, he's well on the road to recovery.
He doesn't look too clever to me.
Oh, it's taken it out of him.
Mummy, I feel sick again.
He'll be all right.
I'll leave you to it then.
Oh, Mick, the very man. Any developments on the virus front?
We were right, Pete.
It killed both of them?
That's what the pathologist said.
Good God.
Yeah. Any one of us could have it.
We could have an epidemic on our hands.
Not that anybody around here gives a toss.
Exactly. Skepticism at every turn.
You said it, Pink.
Any ideas on a battle plan?
Dad? Dad, it's Thomas. He started vomiting blood.
Shouldn't you be getting a move on? There's loads of tables need laying out there.
Where have you been? I thought you'd done a runner. You haven't been avoiding me, have you? I've been worried sick.
Can't you just shut up for once in your life and listen? I've come back because of you.
Why?
Because of this. So, what do you say?
It's all right, it's all right.
Dad, what the hell is wrong with him?
He's coughing up a hell of a lot of blood and his temperature's going through the roof.
For God's sake, phone an ambulance.
Right. It's all right, old son. Everything's going to be fine.
Ambulance, please.
Mick, look, would you mind?
Yeah.
I better go and get Jean.
Yeah, Mrs. Patricia Farnham. 7, Brookside Close, Manor Park. Yeah, it's my young son, age 6. He's vomiting blood and he's got a very high temperature. Yeah, thanks. Darling, it's okay. Hey, it's okay.
Jean? 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 Oh, my God. Jean?
As you're up so early, you can make your fiancé a nice big breakfast.
So they're closing you down?
Environmental health.
Bloody hell, what's going on? There was fellas checking the drains on the close earlier.
Yeah, it's this virus thing. You know, the one that killed Gary and this George fella.
What, and they reckon it might have something to do with your place?
Well, it can't be. It wasn't me who killed them.
Bloody hell, Nick, what have you been putting in them pizzas of yours?
You don't think all this has got anything to do with me, do you?
Well, it's virus or whatever it is. I mean, it's had to come from somewhere, and they both ate your pizzas, didn't they?
Hey, now, hold on, Ron.
Nick, it's not me pointing the finger. These fellas are the experts. I'm sure they know what they're doing.
Know what they're doing, do they?
Hey? Hey, hang on a minute. Hey, is there a problem? Hey!
Barry? Is it ready then? Barry?
Morning.
Oh, God, Jimmy, what are you doing in there? You nearly give me heart failure.
Oh, sorry, love. Just looking for the boss. Looks like he's up and out early, though.
Well, how did you get in?
Got me on key. No, you're all right, Barry knows. Something call in, do all those odd little jobs for him, you know.
His clothes? They've gone.
Oh, yeah.
Well, did he say anything to you about going away on business?
Never says anything to me, love. But that's Barry for you. Better get used to it. Always shooting off at a moment's notice without a word to anyone. Free spirit, that one.
Yeah, but he's to tell me.
You are new, aren't you? Hey, listen, then, Perch. Fancy a cup of tea? I'll go and get the kettle on, eh?
She'll be all right, Davy.
I'll never forgive myself.
Ah, come on, mate. She's a tough old bird.
If only she'd gone into hospital last night. I tried to tell her, she wouldn't listen.
Yeah, well, she's in good hands now.
I should be with her, you know. Jean, for God's sake, what are you doing out of bed?
Well, I wanted to see Audrey say goodbye.
She's on her way to hospital, which is exactly where you should be.
Oh, do stop fussing.
I'll stop fussing when you start listening to sense. Come on.
Oh, I'm all right. It's just a touch of flu.
Hey, poor David, eh?
I know. Under the cosh or what?
Hey, who was the ambulance for?
Audrey, you know Jean and Bing's mate.
Yeah, she was in a terrible way.
Doc reckons it's going to be touch and go. Reckons it's this virus thing that's doing the rounds.
Oh, God, not another one. Well, what was wrong with her? What were the symptoms? Well, it's the same as our cars, from what David said.
Just throwing up, the sweats and that.
Oh,
I wonder who's going to be the next one to go.
You what?
Well, everyone's sick and dying. It might be our Josh.
What, a healthy kid like that? No chance. Look, Audrey's an old woman.
Hey, what happened to Gary Salter? I mean, dead young, fit, play football, next thing dropped dead in the spot. I'm that George fella.
All right, just going for a run. I'll see you later.
Yeah, what about our Carl? Look at him. If he had whatever this thing is, he soon shook it off, no bother.
Yeah, it's just a bug going round. Yeah, a bug that kills people. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not hanging around here while everyone else is dropping like flies.
What are you going to do?
Well, our Josh, me and Ron, we're going to up sticks and we're not coming back here till all this is over.
Okay. Thank you. And a good morning to you. Interfering bloody so-and-sos.
We're only doing the job.
Yet and trying to put me out of business at the same time. There hasn't been a soul in here all morning.
Well, who can blame them?
You what?
Well, with all sorts getting sick and dying, who's going to come in here?
Yeah, well, if certain people didn't spend so much time gossiping and spreading rumours...
Ron, it's an epidemic. We're all at risk.
The only thing that's at risk here is my business.
God, that is just typical of you, isn't it?
You what?
Well, I'm worried sick about our Josh and all you care about your lousy shop.
Well, of course I'm worried about Josh, but he'll be all right, won't he?
I know we'll be all right, because we're moving.
For what?
Me, you and our Josh. We're moving to our Linns and we're not coming back here until it's safe.
Oh, yeah. And what about the shop, like?
I've just heard.
God almighty.
Audrey Manners rushed to hospital, and after what happened to that poor husband of hers.
I think she's come down with the same thing.
Oh, it's a crying shame. Never did say eye to eye like pushy so-and-so, that Audrey Snodgrass. But I mean to say, you wouldn't wish this on your worst enemy. Pint of milk, please, Ron. And I believe Pat Farnham's eldest is in the hospital as well. Oh, poor little mite.
See, Ron, I told you, it's an epidemic, out of control.
It's spreading like margarine. They've closed the pizza parlour. All that foreign food, ooh, you never know what you're getting. Stick with what you know. That's my advice. Oh, and you must be up the wall with this little one here. I mean, it's just the age when they pick up all sorts of bugs.
That's why we're moving off the close.
Oh, you're leaving?
I'm going home to pack.
Bev, just hold on. Bev, hold on a minute.
I'll see you later.
Bev, we need to talk about this.
I'm ringing us a taxi. Sure.
Bev. Bev! Bloody marvellous.
Oh, wait, I want a word with you.
Oh, Julia.
Have you been keeping those hands of yours clean?
You what?
Getting the dirt out from under your nails. You can't be too careful when you're dealing with food.
Oh, thanks for the advice, Julia. Look, all of this is just routine. They're checking everybody. Ron's at them in as well, you know.
Yeah, Mick's right. It's just routine, Julia, that's all.
You didn't tell me you'd had the health in. Here, take this. I get my milk from the garage, thank you very much.
All right. Why are you in your sick bed?
I was. I'm better now.
Didn't you have this virus thingy?
No idea what I had. I feel great now. I'm over it, whatever it was.
We had the same symptoms. It's killed 2 people. Are you sure you're all right?
Never felt better. Anyway, just get myself a drink and a pie or something. I'm starving.
Oh, right. Step this way.
Dad.
Just called in to see how Thomas was.
He's still unconscious.
Poor little chap. He's fighting, though, isn't he? I wish I could visit him, but you do understand with your mother not being well.
He's lying there in that room all on his own. I just want to be with him. I just want to hold him.
Of course you do. And you will as soon as he's better. He's a fighter, you know. Tough as old boots, just like your mum.
Oh, Dad, how is she?
It's not better.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, she's up and about, even eating. It's quite remarkable, really. I mean, her symptoms were identical to Audrey's.
And Thomas's. And George Manners.
Yes, but Thomas has got youth on his side. He's as fit as a fiddle. Look, he'll come through this. I promise you he will. Why don't I put the kettle on and make you a nice, strong cup of coffee? All right?
I'll get it. Hi. I just saw you get back. How's Thomas?
No better, I'm afraid. He's in an isolation ward. They still don't know what's causing the virus.
Poor thing. Look, Patricia, I'm really sorry to bother you, but have you seen Barry?
Why?
He's gone. I've tried everywhere, but he's disappeared. He was in a really weird mood yesterday, and now his suitcase has gone and his passport. He hasn't even left a message. I just don't understand it. I thought everything was all right now.
Oh, I shouldn't worry about it. It's just Barry being Barry. You know what he's like. Wouldn't be the first time he's done something like this.
Do you think he might have gone to Florida? Have you heard from Max?
I keep trying to get through to him. Come in if you like. Hello, can I help you?
Hello, I'm Dr. Horton. I'm looking for a Mr. Crosby.
Dr. Horton?
I work at the General.
You better come in.
A meeting of the Residents' Association.
Well, I was hoping in your capacity as chairman.
It was very short notice.
Mr. Crosby, I need to speak to all the residents and anyone else who may have come in contact with the virus.
Look, I've got my own family to think about. My wife, my grandson, and now our friend's just been taken to hospital.
Still engaged.
I understand you're under pressure, but we need this meeting urgently.
Look, I'll do it, Mr. Crosby.
You? Are you sure?
Yeah, we'll hold it at Barry's. He's not there anyway.
As soon as possible,
Yeah, right away. And I'll make sure everybody turns up, don't worry.
Please make sure they do. I can't emphasize enough how important this meeting is for everybody.
Yes, I see. Right, thank you.
Any news?
Audrey's condition remains stable.
Well, at least she hasn't got any worse.
God help her if she does. You know, in all my years in medicine, I've never come across anything like this. This virus, it's like Lassa fever or something.
What, in this country?
It's not unknown, Jean. With modern travel, these things can move from country to country very easily.
Well, perhaps this Dr. Houghton will be able to tell you more at the meeting.
Oh, I can't leave you here alone.
Nonsense, you're the chairman, for goodness sake. You've got to go there.
But are you sure you'll be all right?
I'm fine. You'll only be next door.
Well, if you need me, all you've got to do is pick up the phone.
Go on, off you go. They're counting on you.
Yes, I suppose they are. I've got to use whatever expertise I have to help beat this blasted virus before it claims another victim. Now, you just take it easy, all right? I won't be long.
Hey, Julia.
Oh, you give me the fright of my life.
Hey, listen, what's going on? Where is everyone?
Haven't you heard?
Heard what?
The plague, one of those academic things.
You are?
All sorts sick and dying.
What are you going on about?
The plague. It killed Audrey Manners' husband, and now she's gone down with it. And I believe Jean Crosby's very poorly. And she's such a lovely woman and all.
Aye. Sounds like the over 55s club's got a special deal going there, eh?
Hey, you. A bit more respect for your elders, please. And anyway, it's not just the old folk who are suffering. The young lad who was staying with Mick.
Gary?
Yeah, the poor soul. I believe it killed him. And little Tommy Farland's very poorly. Oh, that'll be for me.
Well, you forking out for the cab, are you?
Well, I'm not waiting for the bus. They're dropping like flies round here.
Hey, hang about, Julia.
I wouldn't hang about here for a big clock. They'll be painting black crosses on the doors next.
You are?
The bionic plague! Bring out your dead.
Well, where are you going?
As far away from this place as I can. And if you're twice as clever as what you think you are, you do the same thing.
Stupid hell. Oh. Bloody hell, cracks. Don't think I'm going down with it, do you, girl? Come on, girl, let's get out of here, eh?
Any luck getting hold of Max?
No, he wasn't there. I left a message, but I just hope he gets home before it's too late.
Oh, God.
Right, is everybody here?
Except Barry and the doc.
Barry's had to go away on urgent business.
Oh, very convenient. Look, is somebody going to tell us what's going on? What are we all doing here? Yeah, come on. I've got to be on my shift in half an hour.
Well, it's like this. I'm sure you're all aware that a number of residents have been taken ill recently. And indeed, some of us here now have loved ones who've been laid low themselves.
Yeah, we're all thinking about you, Thomas, Dave.
Thank you, Rosie. Anyway, it seems that the medical authorities now have evidence that all the illnesses, and indeed the deaths, could be linked. That they may be the result of some highly contagious virus.
Virus. Do you know what, Bing? I'm fed up of hearing the bloody word. Look, what exactly is going on?
At the moment, Ron, we're not quite sure.
Well, someone must know.
Well, the thing with viruses is that they're quite often difficult to identify. And even if we do identify the source, it's still unlikely that we'll be able to treat it.
What, you mean like AIDS or something?
AIDS is a virus, yes.
So then what are we all doing sitting here? I mean, if we're all gonna die.
Beverly, please. This meeting was called to dispel rumours.
Bloody hell, a killer virus.
And to prevent panic, Ron.
But we don't know what's causing it.
Nobody's telling us anything.
Last to know, as usual.
Rosie, that's not the case. Ah, Doctor.
Mr. Crosby.
Bloody hell, Dr. Horton.
Doctor who?
Sir, it is an epidemic, Doctor.
Officially, yes.
God almighty, Bev was right. It is a plague.
See? I told you we should have done a runner when we had a chance.
Well, what's causing it, Doc?
Well, that we don't know. Yet.
Well, you must have an idea.
Yeah, I've got a good idea.
You what?
Well, I'm sorry, Mick, but the health have closed you down, haven't they? It must be your pizzas and we've all eaten them.
Oh, God. We had a load at my birthday, too.
We just have to check all possible sources.
Well, all right, but it was Gary who died first, wasn't it? Maybe it came from him.
No, hang on, you.
Please, everyone. We must stick together on this, cooperate with one another.
Yeah, but maybe he brought it in from one of his relatives in Africa or something.
You what? Gary was from round here. He was a local just like the rest of us. And allow the poor kid some dignity, will you? He is dead, remember.
Hey, wait on. You're the fellow with the garden full of chickens, aren't you? They attract all sorts.
Hey, you leave my chickens out of this. Besides, there's only one left.
Well, maybe it's about time you got rid of it.
You are? Kiev?
Look, it's obvious we none of us know what's causing this virus. Doctor, what do you think?
Well, I think it's highly unlikely that we're dealing with a zoonotic strain.
A what?
He means it can't be passed from animals to humans.
Yeah, but what about AIDS? That came from monkeys, didn't it?
That's never been proved conclusively.
Yeah, but what about this mad cow disease thing?
Oh, well, that's altogether different.
It's often said this. A plague round here.
Well, there have been recorded outbreaks of plague in England as late as the 17th century. There was a famous case in Derbyshire.
Yeah, but that was hundreds of years ago, wasn't it? Before they had medicine or anything. Hang on a minute. Don't you think we're getting a little bit carried away here? Talking about AIDS and all sorts of plague.
All right.
Yeah, look at our Carl. Carl, how are you feeling, son?
Sounds. Never felt better.
Yeah, he's had this killer virus thing, and look at him. Fit as a butcher's dog. Bounce back, no problem.
Well, he's obviously got a very healthy immune system, a good constitution.
I made up for you, Carl, but you're one of the lucky ones. The thing is, 2 people have died, and David's grandson is in intensive care. So something's got to be done, right?
Yeah, but what?
Well, we can start by arranging health checks for everyone.
Sound. So we all go down the Aussie tomorrow.
Just a minute. Nobody's going to the hospital.
You are?
We intend to bring a mobile clinic to the close, do the checkups here.
I'm sorry, I've got a shop to run.
Why here?
Because I'm proposing that nobody should leave the immediate area until the epidemic is over. I want this whole area cordoned off.
Oh, hey, Crex, watch what you're doing, will ya? Oh. Hey, come here! Again.
Oh, Max, come home.
Okay. What have I told you? You don't live here. What's the matter with you, eh?
Jean?
God almighty.
But we must keep to medical advice.
We're getting out of here, double quick.
We've got to stick together, Ron.
I've got my business to think of, Bing. Who's going to run that if I'm stuck on the close?
Yeah, but Bing's right. This is serious business. I mean, we can't just go on as normal.
Sorry, Mick, but I'm going to be late for work.
Look at our Carl. I'm sure we're over the worst.
Yeah, but he's one of the lucky ones. What about Gary? What about Jean's mate Audrey? What about little Thomas?
Anyway, how come the doc is free to come and go? You're going to be staying behind this cordon.
Oh, I'm needed at the hospital. I'll be monitored there.
Bing, quick.
What is it?
It's your Jean. I think she's dead.
Excuse me.
Over the worst, are we? Right, that does it. We're setting up that cordon right away, and we're all gonna man it. No one goes out, no one comes in, till we know what the hell's going on.